second of an 18 ball straight up into the air. Taking it through the paces, tumbling in over in. And watch as she recovers with an unload right to level flight. No problem at all, folks. Right back into a roll, heading out for the west side of the field. I think he's highly modified next to the 300. Cranking out nearly 380 horsepower. Far cry from the stock 300 horsepower. And speaking of aerobatics, here is the master himself, Bill Stein, in the Edge 540. Bill, another local aerobatic performer from Optos, and watch as he goes into a centrifuge, taking the gyroscopic spin propeller. He recovers right back into two snap rolls to the right. This aircraft in front of you, the Edge 540, an American-made aircraft that has dominated the Red Bull Championships. Every year they've had them. And they expect nothing less when they bring Red Bull back in 2014. An hour, vertical, weighing over 1,800 pounds, his body does, taking the energy he can take into aileron rolls all the way up. Watch as he gets to the top there, he's going to bring the stick back, bring it into a flat spin. Let's count the spins. There's one. There's two. He's down to 1,500 feet. He's into the recovery mode, spinning on down to recover out to good Texas fashion, especially being from Central Texas. He started out as a roughneck in the oil fields, and when he cleaned up at the end of the day, he would take a second job as a waiter to raise money to start his flying career. Now as a CFI and a CFII, a flight instructor with over 4,000 hours, he's got many aircraft in his logbook. Everything from Aranca L3s to the DC-4 to Twin Otters and even Learjets. Jared is a newbie skydiver. He said, hey, I like flying them, but let me try this jumping thing. He's got 11 jumps out of a Twin Otter. He says he enjoys that portion of the aviation too. Now let's see as he brings the aircraft right back towards show center at 200 miles an hour. Into the vertical for a spiraling tower. Getting the aircraft off of its axis as the aircraft starts to appear to go out of control. Watch as he brings the stick back, stops the engine, and brings it right back on down onto the show line. Jared instructed for the United States Air Force's initial flight screening program in San Antonio, Texas. And recently, he achieved his lifelong dream of becoming an airshow pilot this past May when he received his aircraft one turnaround, recovering right back out to finish the Barnstormer loop with a snap roll on the top, a maneuver they call the avalanche. Now to reverse himself back up into the area, we're going to see him take it into the 45, and he reverses back onto our back 45 for the shark's tooth. One of my very favorite maneuvers coming up here. He's going to take the aircraft up. He's got aerodynamics flying the aircraft, but how do you fly an aircraft backwards? We're going to see if he can make that happen here. The smoke comes off. Now he's got to be working the flight controls. Watch the tail. You'll see him working it very quickly. The aircraft flies backwards. At the low altitude, he reverses it right back on out, snaps the stick, and recovers back to a wings level flight. Now, a maneuver that they call the Lamshabag. Watch him right here. It looks like the plane is out of control. Lamshabag being a Hungarian word for hangover. They say that's the way you feel after you do a few of these Lamshabags when you spin around in that cockpit. We'll go back to World War I. German pilot, great German pilot by the name of Max Immelmann. He figured rudder, lower the left wing to keep that runway in sight. And watch as he kicks it out right about there. He's going to kick it out and land it on the runway. You'll see as that tail wheel comes down, that cowling in front of him, he's in the back seat. That cowling in front of him is going to be a little bit in the way. As the tail wheel settles down, you'll see him back on the parallel taxiway doing the tail wheel wag, taxiing back into parking.